Yo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of March 2016. For the majority of the month of March, the sun is going to be in the sign of Pisces. For you as a Leo, Pisces is your eighth house. The eighth house has to do with the things that you share with another person primarily. So this is like the house of your shared resources. This is the house of your shared finances. This house also has to do with your sex life. So for the majority of the month of March, these are going to be the areas of your life that are the primary focus. On March 21st, the sun actually shifts into Aries. That's your ninth house. The ninth house for you as a Leo has to do with travel to faraway places, and it has to do a little bit with spirituality too. On March 5th, Mars moves into Sagittarius. Mars is the planet of passion. It is the planet of ambition, and it is the power planet, and it's in your fifth house of romance, which is Sagittarius. So things could get very passionate for you from a romantic standpoint with Mars being there. Mars is also the planet of sex. So when you have Mars, the planet of sex and passion, in an area that has to do with romance, you can really expect to have some pretty hot moments in your love life during this time. So look out for that. Following March 5th, Mars moving into your fifth house of romance. It's definitely very good for your romantic situation. On March 8th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in Pisces. This is a new moon solar eclipse. This isn't any normal new moon. So the fact that it's a solar eclipse means that it has to do with a significant event in your life that is part of your fate, Leo. So it's once again, this is your eighth house. Pisces is your eighth house, and that's where it's going to be occurring on March 8th. And a new moon is like a trigger. So what it does, wherever it goes in the area of your life, it just sets off all these new events that just build and build and build for the following 6 months that it happens. And then 6 months later, the corresponding full moon will occur in the same area, and that's where whatever's been building for the previous 6 months will finally come to fruition. Being that this is in your eighth house, this has to do with someone in your life who you share your resources with, who you share your finances with, who is a someone who is involved in your sex life. So, being the fact that it's a solar eclipse, it's a new moon solar eclipse, means that this person is part of your fate. So whoever, if you think in your life right now, like, who am I involved with that I can see myself going with long term, this is an indication that you're going to be making more of a permanent bond with this person. So make sure to look out for that on March 8th and following that event. On March 14th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in the sign of Pisces. So once again, here we are with your eighth house, the planet of communication, and it is making a challenging aspect to Saturn, which is in your fifth house of romance, Sagittarius. And what this says is, maybe you're having some, some difficult moments, regarding your communications with whoever that person is that you could possibly, be moving forward with into the future. That person that you're going to be sharing your finances with, that person, maybe you already do share your finances with this person. Maybe this person is your significant other right now. This indicates that this could become more permanent down the line. But on March 14th, it looks like, maybe you're having some challenging conversations with that person on that day, or it could be that this could be also looked at as sort of a transformative thing too. So, whoever the person is that you share your finances with, whoever the person is you're involved with sexually, maybe this is your relationship is kind of like transforming. Maybe, if you've always gone along with this person a certain way, and you and this person have always done this a certain way, maybe this is an indication that this relationship is actually transforming. So look out for that on March 14th, and following that event on March 23rd, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Now here we are with the second here we are in the month of March. This is the second eclipse that's happening this month, so very active month for significant astrological events. And once again, now we have another eclipse. This time it's a lunar eclipse, and this time it's in the sign of Libra on March 23rd, and that is your third house of communication. So that signals something significant that's part of your fate that's going to change regarding your communications, Leo. If you've always communicated a certain way, maybe after this eclipse hits, expect that to change. And, this could have to do with the social media too. Maybe you're getting on social media and there's something that you need to, express, whether or not it's on social media or not, but it's definitely a possibility at this day and age with, the prominence that technology plays into our society nowadays. But expect your way of communicating to change, or maybe it's something significant, regarding your communications, or just something in general that you need to communicate. So look out for that on March 23rd, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, your third house of communications. On March 29th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is now in Aries. Aries is your ninth house. The ninth house has to do with faraway travel. It sometimes has to do with maybe, not necessarily if you're not going anywhere far away. Maybe you're communicating with someone who's like from somewhere else. Maybe you're communicating with someone who is from far away, and now they're communicating with you. And it's making a positive aspect. This house, ninth house for you as a Leo, also has to do a little bit with spirituality too. We'll get to that in a moment. But it's making a positive aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius, which is, once again, your fifth house of romance. So, here we are with positive communications regarding faraway travel, and it has to do with your romantic situation. So, are you and your are you and your significant other or a love interest maybe talking about going somewhere far away together? Or maybe you're talking to someone who you are romantically interested in and they are in a faraway place. Or they could just be someone who's from far away and they are here local with you, and you guys are communicating, and it's a very positive communicative process. Or, like I said, with the ninth house also having to do somewhat with spirituality, maybe this person is a spiritual figure in your life, and you're having positive communications with them. So all these are possibilities on March 29th. Make sure you look out for that. Now, the following day, on March 30th, once again, Aries in your ninth house of communication, now actually making a challenging aspect with Pluto in Capricorn, which is your sixth house of work, daily life, and health. So it sounds like whatever you were communicating the day before, now the day after on March 30th, this communication is not actually going so well when it comes to your work. It's not going so well when it comes to your daily life. Maybe whatever you have to say about traveling to a faraway place is not being received well by people you work with, or whoever you're interacting with in your daily life. Or if it's, like I said, a spiritual matter, maybe you're having this conversation in your workplace, or you're having this conversation somewhere in your daily life and it's not being received well. That's on March 30th, so look out for that. And then, excuse me, and then on March 31st, once again, Mercury in Aries is actually making a conjunction with Uranus, also in Aries. So both these planets are, a conjunction is an alignment. So Mercury and Uranus will be aligning in your ninth house, and this is very positive. So now all of a sudden on March 31st, you're ending the month off on a great note. There's something spontaneous. I mean, Uranus is the planet of serendipity. Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. Uranus is the planet of random events. So now all of a sudden there's something coming up in your communications regarding your ninth house matters, your spirituality, your travel to faraway places. It could be either one or both. Something all of a sudden is coming up. Like maybe there's a breakthrough happening here, and it's randomly occurring, and it's very spontaneous. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Leo. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. But I think that's all I have for you now, Leo. Take care. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.